All right, we are on day 3 of the online healing art retreat, and I want to say congratulations for showing up for 3 days now. I can't believe it. It's gone by so fast. And you're doing this for yourself, right? You're doing this for your own self-care. Um, and I hope you're having fun. Are you all having fun? Give me a yes. Yes. Okay, good. Because I do believe that healing is fun. I don't want it to be something that you would dread going to, right? So the healing part is something that you want to continue to nurture, right? You just don't want to do it one time. And the reason I say this is because I have to practice it for myself because I've been to that side where I wasn't nurturing and I know what that feels like and it doesn't feel good. It feels like you're stuck. It feels like you're overwhelmed. But when you can move the emotions in a constructive way, right, with our art and then have community around that, it really builds an amazing momentum and so many awesome things can happen in your life. So I've seen it in my community. I've seen it for myself. So I'm really proud of you for taking the steps to do that, right? That's why we're here. All right. So I have a question for you. Who practiced the visual check-in today? Did anyone here? Oh, we got Madeline raised her hand. Let me know in the chat if you practice the visual check-in. All right. I'm curious if you had any ahas with the visual check-in. Did you get to nurture the new feeling that you want to have, right? We're supposed to check in to say, hey, how am I feeling right now? And then how do I want to feel? And then what's my action step to nurture it, right? So just seeing if that shifted your mood. Did you see a shift? Did you see that? Deanna said it was easier to draw than write words. I find the same thing. I'm like, can't we just make art instead of having to write something? I used to hate critiques in college. I was like, it's right there. I just have to like explain myself. Okay. Well, I love looking at all your artwork in the Creative Soul on the Retreat Facebook group. It was really amazing to see that the difference between your first one and your second one and the ahas that came from that. I thought that was really, really fun to see your artwork there. All right. So the last 2 nights I've been pulling cards. Would you like me to pull another card? We can do that. Yeah. Okay. So just to remind you, we had 2 other cards. See what came up. We had Illuminate, which was perfect for the first night because that's when we were seeing what our reactions were to certain situations that could be stressful. So some of us, responded with lots of love and compassion, and some of us might have responded in a more passive or aggressive way, and that's okay. There's no judgment. It's just observing, right? We're just observing our behaviors, and if they don't feel that good, we know that we can have a change, right? We can make a change. And that's what we did the second night, right? And so the second night was realizing that we have that power. Wow, we have the power to make a change. How cool is that? And we can do it through our artwork too. So when we're not in that survival mode, that fight or flight mode, we have to learn how to regulate our nervous system. That's what we're going to be doing tonight. We can stop and think, right? So we want to be using the forefront of our brain, not our back part of our brain, which is that fight or flight survival mode. And if we've been conditioning to do that, we're going to always have those knee-jerk reactions and responding in ways that might not be as helpful, right? So we got to find new ways. So on that second night, we drew out how we were feeling. Being honest with our feelings is super important. Don't want to bypass any negativity because it will compound. And the second night we had follow the signs, looking at the signs. So some of you might have had certain symbols that came up or certain line shapes or forms, right? So just looking at like maybe there's some signs, right, that are coming up for you. We're going to talk more about healing symbols tomorrow night, and we're going to be painting. So a lot of those signs, those symbols are all around us, right? When we start to be more aware, we start to see synchronicities in our life. So we're going to dive more into that tomorrow. So let me pick a card. I see that someone has their hand raised, but I'm not going to be unmuting until the end. So if you have a question, you are welcome to put it into the chat, and we'll be able to help you there. We got a couple things that we're going to be doing tonight. We didn't do it last night, but we do breakout rooms in the Creative Soul Society, and I always think it's fun to allow members to connect. So at the end, I'm going to give some time for you to do that. So if you like to share the insights that have come up, we're going to be doing that in those breakout rooms later on. Okay, pulling a card for real. Two wanted to come out. Oh, I'll just take them both. Two came out. The universe has a lot to tell us. Okay, one of them says, this one is a girl with the rainbow, the third eye. It says, trust the process. Where in your life do you need to surrender? Ask for a sign and trust the process. Let the universe guide you, even if you can't see the entire path. Ooh, that's very similar to last night's card. And then this one, more birds, says, spark the conversation. And it says, are you blocking the manifestation of your desires through conversations? Where are you feeling stuck? So sometimes the words that we say will stop us from being able to experience our desires. So we have to be really aware and conscious of the words that we speak, right? So it says, create a new story you wish to tell yourself and others. Ooh, we're actually gonna be doing that on Friday with our new story. We're going to be creating emotional landscapes with a new story. So very cool. I see how they're all connected. So I'm going to put them all here for us. All right. So I want to tell you who won the Oracle deck. You guys want to know? Okay, I'm going to tell you. It was Sarah Leek. I want to say congratulations, Sarah. She posted in the Facebook group. I wanted to tell her, I just wanted to give her a big old hug because she is grieving the loss of her husband. And I just wanted to just let her know that she is being supported, especially in this community. We celebrate each other for the good things that happen, and we also, we send lots of love to those of you who might be going through some challenging times. So just want to let you know that you are being sent lots and lots of love. And I'm so happy that you're here to get that support. Okay, so I'll be sending you the deck. Just need to get your mailing address. All right. Okay. All right. And then I have a new prize for tonight. You guys want to learn about that? You want to see what that is? Yes. Okay. So for tonight, I am going to be picking someone, and they're going to win the 21-day healing art journal course. Okay. So what is this course about? I can pull up my site and show you, but actually I have a few journals out. One of them has the course. So basically it's a 15-minute video. I would say do it in the morning so you can get into that creative flow. And so for each day, you would have a certain theme that you're working on. So we start with structure with the root chakra, and then we move on to, and it gives you different tasks related to your life. Then we get into joy and getting into the flow with the sacral chakra. We also move into the solar plexus, about stepping into our power. So I'm showing you different like painting techniques that go through each of these, going through the heart chakra, and then it goes all the way up to the crown. Let me see. And this one I have on my site. It's like when we crown ourselves, when we get to that 21 day. So according to the research, they say 21 days of anything will get you into a habit, right? So if we can nurture our creativity for 21 days, you'll want to consistently just wake up and do it. So that's part of that process. And something that is special during the retreat, I do offer, the course is like $222, which is amazing. During the retreat, I offer the Oracle deck and that course for $77. I just put it together. It's like a little bundle, and I mail it out. So just something that if you want to take advantage of, now's the time. Okay. So yeah, we're going to pick someone for the course. Very exciting. And for materials tonight, we're actually just using the same things. I saw some of you using watercolors or acrylic. You're welcome to use your paints. You know, if you feel comfortable with your paints, go ahead and get those out and be expressive. You can use your oil crayons, your markers, and you can use your art journal. I was looking for mine. I have it down here. All right. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And someone says, if you purchase the course, how long do you have access to it? You have forever access to it. That's why the course is separate than the membership. Membership is if you're paying on a monthly basis, because it's a recurring subscription, you only have access as you pay for the subscription. But if you cancel the subscription, you don't have access anymore to the portal. But the course, you can do it anytime. That's what's nice about it. If you want to do it this summer or this winter at another time, you always have access. And it is self-guided. When you do purchase it, it will give you daily reminder emails to say, hey, come paint. But we can always turn those off for you if you want to do it at a later date, and you can always go up into the portal and access your course, right? And do it at your own pace. All right. And Shelly would like the link. Yeah, we'll get you the link in just a moment. Awesome. All right, so let me just go ahead and I saw the link above. I think they're going to go ahead and get it for you. Just give me a moment and I'll get it for you. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen. And if John, if you're here for tech support, if you could put it on there, that would be amazing. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. Can you all see my screen? Yeah, thumbs up? Yes. Okay, great. All right. Okay, so what are we going to do today? The mystery. For those of you who've been here before, I think you know what we're going to do. Okay, so today we are going to move the blocks to create change. So when we looked at day 1 and day 2, we were looking at the way we respond to certain situations. Then on day 2, we realized, oh, wait, if we can stop, check in with our feelings, realize we have a choice, we can make a positive change, right? So what happens is, for example, in day 1, when that wild animal jumped in front of you, a lot of times we will respond in a fight or flight response, right? Or even a fawning, like deer in the headlights kind of response, a freeze response. And what happens is that the nervous system gets overloaded, right? And it's using something that it doesn't need to, right? It's not really it's freezing for a raccoon, and they think it's a bear, right? So basically, you want to make sure that your nervous system is calm, right? Because when it's calm, it's able to think about what is the right response. So when we're triggered, it's important to have tools to use to calm your nervous system. So that's exactly what we're going to do tonight. We're going to find out about the grounding hand. And the grounding hand is a technique that's useful to help you get in touch with your senses, because the body, it actually takes in information. Well, we think that the mind takes in the information first. We see it and it takes in information, but the truth is it's our senses, all 5 of our senses, like our skin, the smell, our eyes, our touch, our taste, what we hear. Those things are actually taking in the information before our mind is able to process it. So we'll automatically respond. So what we want to do is be able to use those senses to ground ourselves and then make a good decision with our mind. Okay. Okay, this is the picture when I was talking about the journal, right, that I'm going to be giving away the course. This is me with one of the paintings that we do in in the course. This is the in the Facebook group, in the thread. So you would put your artwork under this thread. Trish says she loves the grounding hand and she actually uses it with her students. That's amazing. That's awesome. I use it with a lot of students as well, but the reason, I'll just tell you why I started the grounding hand or doing it with my clients is because I learned about the grounding hand when I went to a conference. And it was way it was taught to me is that if someone is activated, meaning that they are triggered, like something traumatic just happened, and their nervous system is shocked, right? They're like in this fight or flight state. To get them to calm down, you can go to your hand and say, what are the five senses? And think of five things that can help calm you using your senses. And I was like, wow, that's a really beautiful thing. Like, what is something you could touch? What is something you can hear right now? What is something you could taste, right? So I love the concept, but it wasn't until something traumatic happened to me that I actually used it. And I was like, wow, this is really helpful. I'm not going to tell you the traumatic experience because I don't want it to trigger anybody, but when that experience happened, I actually grabbed one of my grounding stones and it helped me stop from trembling because I was that's how my body was like shaking. So it helped me calm down really quickly and I'm really grateful for it. And I thought of, wow, wouldn't it be cool to actually do a visual of our grounding hand to help us process and learn to remember to use it, right? Because we never know when something could activate us, okay? So the first step of the grounding hand is we're going to do this all together. We're going to do step by step. The first step is to trace your hand, all right? And all you got to do is grab your art journal. I'm going to grab mine. I'm so excited. I only have like 1 or 2 pages left in this art journal. It's very satisfying to finish an art journal. But I'm going to get a fresh page. And you can trace your hand with a pencil, you can trace it with a marker. It's whatever you feel comfortable. So we're going to be drawing out things together because we're going to be in community, giving each other ideas about what to put into our grounding hand. All right, so we're going to be doing that. I'm just going to outline in mine in marker so that you can see it. And then at the end, once we do it all together, we're going to give ourselves time to actually put some paint on it, put some art. We'll give you like 10 minutes to give it some color. All right. All right, here we go. So the next step, everyone got their hand? Yeah, thumbs up? Okay, good. We're gonna go one sense at a time, okay? So I'll take off this screen so that you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna start with my thumb, right? And we're only gonna talk about what we hear and what can we hear that makes us calm down. So if something traumatic happened or something that makes us anxious, for me, driving in cars when someone else is the driver and I'm not the driver, that makes me anxious. So I like to have something that I could hear that helps me calm down, or if I'm in an airplane. So what we're going to do is we're going to share our ideas. I like to listen to frequency music. I'll tell you that. That's one of my things. So what I'm going to do is I'll stop share. I'll just show you how this works. I pick something, and you can pick more than one thing if you want to. And I would say mine's frequency music. So I'm going to kind of draw out what I think frequency music looks like. It's like these waves. Okay, I'm not going to color it in yet, but I'm just drawing out my frequency. So this is here, so I might write out the word here. Okay, and so I'm going to read in the chat your ideas of what calms you. Okay. So think of a specific type of music, because you'd want to say, what type of music would I want to listen to? Water running. The Quabble app. I haven't heard of that one yet. Native American flute music, cat purring, tapping, Tibetan sound bowls. Yeah, the ocean is, I love going to the beach. I could sit there forever and listen to the ocean, right? Children's laughter, Carly Simon, white noise, birds chirping. Okay, so if you had a purring cat or birds chirping, you could literally draw a little symbol of the bird, or you could draw your cat in here. Okay, we're being creative. We're creatively putting this together. Loving all the comments. So if you're stuck, all you gotta do is look at these comments. And again, this isn't about making a pretty picture. I didn't go over the rules, but it's just about being creative and expressive. Okay, you're just putting shapes together. Awesome. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We have the sketch. We're just doing a sketch before we color everything in. All right, so the next step is smell. What is something that we could smell to help calm us down? So I'm gonna stop share. I'm gonna give you an example. I think you all like examples. So my daughter loves to bake. So she made cinnamon buns yesterday, but she usually the cookies or something that, I don't know, it's just something that, one of that like home cooked stuff, right? So I'm gonna put some cookies. Could be coffee. It's another one of mine. Tea. Oh, someone put seaweed. Peppermint, scented lotion. Oh, that's a good one. Incense burning, flowers, sage. It's funny. I've done this hand. I mean, hundreds. I feel like I've done it 100 times now. But I always pick something new. And what's important is that the more things that you have to help calm you, the you're going to stay calm, right? So you can always have something to go to. Outdoors, yeah, being around trees, being around nature, smell of rain. Ooh, brownies baking, rosemary, horses, eucalyptus, fresh laundry. Oranges. Oh, that's a good one. I heard that oranges for smell and for taste can really snap you out of even having a panic attack or an anxiety attack. Something about the citrus gets you really present, right? So if you happen to have panic attacks or anxiety attacks, you could carry around little, oh, they're like really sour candles. Can't think of the name of them, but you could carry those around. All right. So let me finish my cookies. Not Sour Patch Kids. They're like, oh, I can't think of the name of them, but they're hard. Not Altoids, but that sounds good. Jolly Ranchers. Warhead. I think they're warheads. I don't know. They're really sour. It must be warheads. Okay. We've got smell. Next up, let's keep going. I'm going to share my screen. Is what we can see. So a lot of times when I do this with clients, especially little ones, they like to think of like their pets, or maybe it's a parent or someone that they love, like someone they can see. But you could pick something, it could be your artwork, your art journal could be your calm, right? Or it could be being in nature. So think of something for yourself that you would like to look at that would be calming. So I'm gonna I have these Calusa plants in my backyard, and I love going out there. So I'm gonna put I've started painting them lately. Hummingbirds, weeping willow, clouds, birds again, the mountains of Georgia. Great. Sunset. So we have hear, smell, and see. Can we see to help calm us down? All right. Are we ready for the next one? Shoreline, sunset. Okay, certain colors. Okay, touch. What is something that we could touch? So I had mentioned earlier grounding stones. The day that I told you I was shaking after experiencing a traumatic event, I didn't have a grounding stone on me, but I was at someone's office and they had this really big stone on their desk. And I just looked at it. I was like, can I just hold your stone? She's like, yes, it's actually a very special stone. I got it from Peru. And I was like, really? And I was like, maybe that's why I was able to calm down so quickly. But sometimes people like smooth stones. I have one here on my desk, but that really rough stone, it was super heavy. It was really helpful for grounding. So I definitely tend to pick up a lot of stones and rocks, and especially when I travel, I love picking them up and painting them. So that's something that I love. But it could be something fuzzy, it could be a favorite blanket, it could be your pet, anything along those lines. Some velvet, shells. Ooh, Trish has a snake. Little stuffed animals are always really good. Okay, I'm gonna draw some of my stones. I do have a collection of them on my desk. Here's one that I painted. Marbles, art journals. All right, so this is touch. I'm drawing out my stones. Robin's like, is my skin weird? No, I mean, it's nice to touch your skin, right? Especially if you just put some lotion on it and it's real soft. I mean, I love putting on smelly lotions and just breathing it in, right? So I don't think it's weird. All right. let's keep going so that we can have some time to put some paint on this or color it in. Share the screen. Next up, we got taste. So I was talking about smelling the cookies, but it could be eating the cookies too. But I'm gonna put, I love tea. Like I have some tea right now. Tea always helps me feel calm. Anytime I want to feel calm and cozy, I go to the tea. So I'm gonna put tea for taste. With seltzer water, that's a good one. Peppermint and chocolate water, crunchy things like pretzels, fruit, mangoes, figs, honey. Nuts are always good too. Ice cream, pickles, popcorn. Ooh, some soup. Nice. Bananas. Ooh. All right, we got a good list here. All right, so as you can see, we just drew it out, right? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna give some time to put some color. So I'm gonna show you one that I've done before, just so you can say like putting color on it. What does that look like? So this is one that I did in the past. And I colored the outside, I colored the inside, I gave it some creative expression. So I'm gonna put some music on. I'm gonna put some hand pan. So I'm switching it up tonight. And take some time to creatively use your grounding hand, your senses to help calm you. Okay. If you don't like the music, you're always welcome to just turn it down. Yes, coloring time. I was just showing you. Colored in. Here's one that's done, right? So go ahead and we're going to take about 10 minutes to give you time to color this in. I'll mark the time. We're not doing a second page. This is all we're doing for right now. Okay? I'll go ahead and share my screen so that you can see the assignment. Oh no, hold on. We're gonna work for a couple more minutes. Do one more minute. The time goes so fast here. All right. I'm hoping you enjoyed the music. Someone was asking me for a playlist. It's been on my list to do. I've been wanting to do that for the Creative Soul Society of putting the music that I play in sessions. And we have other guest speakers that play music, but I've been meaning to do that. So it is on my list. I'm going to get to it. So don't have it available at this second in time. Oh, Blue says she's proud of her drawing. Amazing. Yes. So I love this technique. I mean, honestly, like when I learned about it and then putting it for a visual for myself, because I'm a visual learner, I was like, it helps me so much because anytime that I feel activated, triggered, I could say, hey, wait, I have tools, right? I can use my tools. I have my five senses to help ground me. So I've taken it a step further and I want to share that with you, especially from that incident that I talked about where I wanted my tools on me. So I have a little self-care kit. Okay, so I challenge you all, just like I challenged you to try do your visual check-in in the morning. This is a self-care kit that I love to keep with me. I usually keep it in my purse, even though this kind of looks like a purse, but I usually keep it in my big bag that I like to bring around with me. But it keeps all of my things, my five senses, in a little travel bag. Okay. So Adriana, we just did a grounding hand where we looked at our five senses to help calm us whenever we feel activated or triggered or anxious, things along those lines, so that we know that we can regulate our own nervous system so that we can think clearly and respond in a positive way. So I'm going to share some of the things that I put in here. One of them is gum, right? When we talk about taste, I keep some gum on me. I keep a little grounding stone. This isn't one that I found from the street. This is Sculpey clay, and I put a little labyrinth inside of it. And then on the other side says, I am safe, right? I also have smelly lotion, lip balm. I have a tea bag, all my fun stuff I have in here. Little perfume. This one's good. This is Palo Santo. This is a piece, it's like a piece of wood, basically. But I remember going to this conference and there was like 6,000 people there. And I remember standing in line and this guy in front of me, he's like, hey, do you want some Palo Santo? I'm like, what is that? He's like, well, it helps calm you if you're feeling anxious. And I was like, sure. So basically it's almost like sage. You can burn it and it smells really good. But if you keep it in your hand when you're anxious, the oils from the tree, it warms up. So let's talk about, grounding. This is totally grounding. So when I do go to big conferences and stuff, I'll keep some Palo Santo on me. Very good. Anything else in here? I think I got some like hand sanitizer just in case, right? But yeah, so it's like my little self-care kit, right? And you can take it with you, just have it with you wherever you go. Sometimes I put snacks. A lot of times I do put little protein bars, chocolates. Actually, I think I do have a chocolate in here somewhere as well. Yes, I have a little chocolate. Yeah. So let me tell you, it's definitely my little self-care, love it bag. So highly recommend if you'd make one tonight and you post it tomorrow when I'm looking, I'll give you extra points for winning that 21-day journal, of course. Yeah, Shelly says she wants to purchase the VIP. Yeah, so we'll get you the links. We'll be putting these up here in just a minute if you'd like to join us tomorrow night. We are going to be painting, so you want to grab that. Yeah, so just give me a moment on that, Shelly. So I am going to share just some information for you because I know that some of you might be here that are saying, hey, I want to dive deeper. And yes, we have the VIP, but I also want to share my one-on-one sessions with you. Are you okay if I talk a little bit about like what that looks like? Oh, yes. I don't know how I do that, but it happens. So I'm going to say, is that a yes from everybody? Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you. And if John, if you're there, if you could put up the links for the VIP, that would be fabulous. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you. All right, so let me share my screen one more time. Okay. It's loading. All right. All right. Oh, well, here is the link right here. This word someone was just asking for it. So this is for the VIP for tomorrow. The next 2 days, we will be painting, and I'll send you the art journal. You can use the art journal for future sessions in the Creative Soul Society, or if you do the 21-day course, you can put paint in there. And you do get a 30-day trial to the Creative Soul Society. It is a reoccurring subscription. So I don't want you to be surprised, but if you don't like it, if you don't feel like it's a fit, it's no big deal. You are welcome to cancel at any time. And you have unlimited replay access to, for one, you have the retreat, but also the portal, which is like amazing content and has different paths, which I showed you all last night of the different paths that you can dive into. Okay, I did want to talk about the art therapy sessions because this is for those of you who are looking for more individual support, so that you have, like, you know that this is available. So I do offer online art therapy sessions. And I want to ask you a few questions so you can kind of think about, like, why would this be important to you? So a lot of times people come to me after they've done traditional talk therapy and they're just like, I'm not getting anywhere. I've been with my person forever, that type of thing. And they're wanting to use a visual language, right? They're wanting to, find yourself and be able to express yourself in a new way. So that's a lot of times like when I will meet with someone. So this is really about putting yourself first, about investing in your self-worth, investing in your future. And not only does it create ripple effects in your own life because you are putting yourself first, but it actually makes the ripple effects for those around you. Okay. And it says, how much is it worth to you for tools that you can use for the rest of your life, right? So again, we do exercises like this together on one-on-one that are more personalized because I'm going to take you on a journey of where you're at, right? Like whatever you're working on. And one of the tools that I like to use is a focus wheel. And I do it in one of our first sessions where we really look at what your desires are, what are your goals, and creatively we explore your blocks. We explore what's stopping you, and then get you to that accountability that you're working on them on a weekly basis. Okay. So that you can get to your desires. And this one says, how much is it worth to you for your art to be your superpower? Right. So I totally believe that art is my superpower. I mean, it's gotten through the darkest times and then the best of times. So just being able to focus on well-being, focusing on what is important to you, your home, your life, your relationships with people, and using art to help regulate your nervous system, most importantly, right? And then what ripple effects would it have on those around you, right? So it's not just you, it's your kids, your partner, the people around you. It's going to make a big difference. So how I like to work is I like to have a container of 14 sessions. So in those 14 sessions, we can build a relationship and really get to see what your life is about and where you're getting stuck. Because a lot of times people say, hey, I just want to try one session. I was like, well, one session, we're just getting started, right? Things happen within 1 week to 2 weeks. And I want to be able to hold you accountable of following through and doing the work for yourself. Okay. So I think a minimum of 14 sessions. I do the package that actually has 14 sessions. Okay. Sometimes people work longer and that's, works for them, or sometimes we just end at 14. So if this is something that you are leaning into, then I would ask you to book a consultation. So this is like, we're having like a 15-20 minute conversation of, what it is that you want, and we're seeing if we're a good fit. Okay. And I'm just letting you know, I only take on a handful of people, a very small amount. So if you're just, just respecting each other's time, if this is something that you are interested in, I would say book the call. But if you're just, if you're not, you just want to chat, like, this is really not the time for that. It's really for those who want support. Okay. So who's it for? A lot of the women that I work with are dealing with high anxiety. They're looking for ways to manage that. Depression. I've worked with a lot of people with depression. Anxiety and depression go hand in hand. So a lot of life transitions as well. So if you're going through a divorce, a loss of a loved one, if you're grieving, breaking up with relationships. I work with a lot of people that have narcissistic partners, and they're leaving them, divorcing them, those type of life transitions. I have a lot of experience with that. Or if you're just burned out. I work with a lot of people just because I've experienced burnout and I've talked about that, like I've been there. A lot of times, as caregivers, therapists, mental health professionals, those type of things, we do experience that burnout. So being able to get back into your own self-care practice. So I wanted to talk to you about how much it costs, because you're like, well, how much does this cost for the 14 sessions? So what I have a pay in full, which is 2,800, or you could pay for 12 months to 234. It's the same exact price. Not like one is cheaper than the other. 234 a month for 12 months, so it's a payment plan, or 2,800 paid in full. So another thing that comes with this, I didn't say it on here, but I do give you the membership for a full year as well. Okay, so that's one of the little bonuses. It's actually a big bonus that I'll give you the Creative Soul Society membership as well. All right, so I have the free consultation. You're welcome to, like I said, if you feel like it's a fit, you're leaning in, like your body's leaning in. I would be happy to talk to you. I'm going to open up next week to take some calls. And I'm going to just check the chat really quick. And then we're going to go into sharing a couple of these hands. And then we're going to do breakout rooms after that. Oh, I love that. Robin says, my whole bag is my self-care bag. I love that. That's amazing. Okay. And M says she's not ready to be done. All right. All right. So, okay, Brenda asked about the VIP. She said, does the rate stay at 37 a month? Yes. So it's a reoccurring subscription for the Creative Soul Society, and it is 37 at right now. That's how much it is. And one-to-one is on a weekly basis. I like to work on a weekly basis so that things come up, we can work on them. Once we get the groove, maybe towards the end, we could skip a couple weeks, like do bi-weekly. And when does the 30 end is the date we signed up from the start of the class? Yes, that's true. All right. All right, so I think all the questions are answered for now. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, how long are the sessions? They're an hour long for the individual. And I do not take insurance. Do you have to have, I'm thinking you're saying art experience? No, as long as you are open to be creative, and I can teach you techniques to express yourself. And will the art be the modality? Yes. So whatever you're working on, like say if you are having high anxiety, we usually work with clay, right? Or if you're dealing with whatever issues that you're dealing with, well, I'll have certain materials and exercises to work with. All right. Well, thank you all for being patient. I'm going to go ahead and stop my share. And deadline for VIP, I would say tomorrow morning. Sometimes I have people like literally sign up like 5 minutes before tomorrow at 8. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I did not get your email to give you the information. So please sign up early because I'll just be able to give you information. All right. Okay, there's a cute little boy here. I'm going to have to, I think, Gary, is that what your name is? I had to. Hi, did you want to share?
Hello.
Hey.
My name is Ona. I just put Gary because it seems easier to pronounce.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome, Ona. Do you want to share your art?
Yes.
Amazing. Can you tell us one of those things that are on there?
I for my hearing, I put a little bird chirping and my cat like brute.
Beautiful. I love that. And what's the next one? What are those flowers?
This is lavender
Mm.
and with Dawn dish soap on them.
All right.
And then I really like the smell of the sun.
All right. And the next one is that has roots. Is that a tree?
This is my mom.
Oh, that's her hair. I see it.
She has like 3 feet long of
That's
hair.
really creative.
And then I have some like buttons and a fidget spinner
Oh,
and
that's
a bracelet and a
yeah,
squishy. And
perfect.
then my comfort food is popcorn.
Oh, well, this makes me so happy. Ona, can you share this with a friend? Maybe we can do the ripple effects and you can do this with a friend tomorrow. That sound good? Thank you
Yeah,
for participating.
thank you.
Beautiful. I love that. We have so many amazing people here. All right, how about Glenn? We'll add a spotlight.
Hi, how are you?
Good, it's good to see you.
Good. You too.
Can you tell us about your hand? What are some things that you picked? It's so colorful.
Thank you. It's like this one is like jazz music. I like sax distribution, like
Hmm.
classical, and this is like perfume spray.
Oh, okay.
And this one was what was the flower one? Sorry.
It's okay.
It's like nature and flower.
Beautiful. I like the
And then
shading pattern.
thank you. And like this one, it's like cozy pajamas, but I didn't know what to put, so I just put hearts.
Yeah, I can see some cozy pajamas being with hearts.
Yeah. And then this is ice cream. Like I just put like some swirls.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I think that's it. Yeah, the rest I just drew like randomly.
Beautiful. It looks like you
Thank-
put so much effort into it, like you put so much energy
Yeah.
that it like I could sense the calming, like it feels really grounding.
Oh, thank you. Thank,
Wonderful. Thank
mhm.
you for
thank,
sharing.
thank you. Mhm.
All right. Um, do Jill. Hi, Jill.
Hi. I'm really glad you chose me, so thank you.
You're welcome.
I had a very traumatic experience a few weeks ago. I was in the ER and I was overdosed.
Oh no, I'm so
And
sorry.
I actually died, and my husband found me. So
Oh,
um, he's going to be a lot in these.
yeah.
So here is my hand,
Hmm.
and it all kind of leads down here, where hopefully his hand is holding mine. But the hearing part, I love to hear the ocean.
Hmm.
It's very important in my life.
Yes.
Um, and I love to smell coconuts, which those both go together. But here's where he fits in,
Hmm.
and that's the love part. So for me, when you said see, the first thing I could think of was when I woke up, I searched the room for his face.
Yeah.
And until I could see his face, I just, I felt like I couldn't breathe.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
could see him. So for me, his face was everything.
Yeah.
All five senses really was
Yeah.
his face.
Beautiful.
Um, and then here is my dog.
Hmm.
Um, he is a very important part of my life. He's real little because I can't draw him, but
Yeah.
I tried. His name is Zane. He's a big 80-pound golden doodle. And then over here, just like you, tea is comfort to me, but I love blueberry tea and nuts. So all of those things make up the colorful person I am.
Yes.
Um, and that's
Well,
why
good. Well, I'm so happy you're here. You're such a miracle. And
I
that's amazing. I love your artwork. Thank you for sharing. And make a kit. Like make a kit so whenever you can have a picture of your husband in there, you could have grounding stone, all kinds of good stuff.
thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. Awesome. I just realized that I didn't finish my little slideshow. Do you mind if I just finish the last part? I was like, I didn't finish. I wanted to tell you about, like, for those of you who are interested in a consultation, just kind of what that entails. And then we're going to move out into breakout rooms. Okay. So I want you all to have someone to share this with. And it's so important to be able to share and be heard because it's nurturing. Okay. That's where the healing happens, actually. So let me just share my last of my screen. Let me open this up. Sorry, I thought I did my slideshow, but I didn't. So for those of you who wanted to, it's taking a long time to load. Apologize. Oh, hold on. Let me let it load for a second. Loading. Well, I guess I wasn't meant to share it. Okay, I'll just tell you what it says. It's basically for those of you who want the consultation, then you would just sign up for a time slot, and then we're going to just identify your current issues, and we're going to develop a personalized plan for you. Okay, so that you can begin your healing journey. Okay, so I just wanted to just let you know, and we'll put the Zoom link up again so that if that's something that resonates with you. Okay, so next up, if you're here, just because I want to honor everybody's time, I'm going to give you like 15 minutes in a breakout room. Like, is about like 3 people in the room. That means 5 minutes each time. We want to respect each other's time, and we want to give everybody a chance to talk. Okay. And what we're doing in a breakout room is we're just holding space for the person to say, hey, these were like, you could talk about maybe something insight that came up on Monday night or Tuesday night or even tonight. Just an insight that you've had that you wanted to share. So something has come up for you that you are appreciative or had an aha moment. Okay. So I want to say good night to those who don't want to be in a breakout room. Okay. And for those that you do want to be in a breakout room, please stay, because I will put you in a breakout room so that you can, even if you want to just share your art tonight, like this is what I did, you could do that for your time. Does that sound like a plan? Yes. Okay. So as I'm doing that, I'm just going to put the consultation up so that you can see that. And I'm going to, if you're still here, I'm going to assign you to a breakout room. It'll just take me like 1 minute. One second. Okay. All right, we still got 100 people, so I'm going to assign some breakout rooms. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create them. Here we go. All right, so I wasn't able to, I'm going to open all the rooms. So go ahead and join your room. I'll keep the time and I'll let you know when I'm closing it. Like I said, 15 minutes. And John, if you could put the consultation link up one more time, that would be awesome. For some reason, it wasn't loading. Thank you. Okay. So all you have to do is join the breakout room. There's like a little button that says join the room. Go ahead and join the room. So no one's there by themselves.